Good morning, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome. We are here live from Three Rivers High School for Game 2 of the regional semifinal playoff game between the Benavides Eagles and your Dehennis Cowgirls. We're going to go as long as we can as the rain has been coming down on and off. Right now it has stopped, and we're hoping it stays away so that we're able to bring you this ball game and the boys as well. Once again, we're here live from the regional semifinal playoff game here at Three Rivers High School. Benavides Eagles representing District 32A, and your Dehennis Cowgirls representing District 31A. This is Game 2 of the Best of 3 series as Dehennis won 24-0 yesterday over the Lady Eagles. The winner of today's game will advance to the regional finals to face North Zolch as they defeated Bartlett 3-0 last night. I'd like to introduce both teams for you once again. First, the Benavides Eagles under head coach Aubrey Ramirez, assistant coach Jacob Peña, manager Melody Perez, superintendent Dr. Marisa Chapa, athletic director Marcos Zubia. Number 1, she's a freshman, Sadie Vieira. Freshman number 3, Miranda Arredondo. Sophomore number 4, Haley Cervantes. Senior number 5, Stephanie Cavazos. Senior number 6, Allison Vasquez. Freshman number 8, Kristen Garza. Sophomore number 11, Allison Guerra. Senior number 12, Ed Garcia. Junior number 15, Dana Marquez. Junior number 16, Mercy Davila. Junior number 22, Camila Gracia. Senior number 25, Giovanna Guzman. And now for your Dehennis Cowgirls under the head coach of Jose Martinez, assistant coach Fred McCullum. Managers Kelly Self, Brianna Slaughter. Superintendent Brian Thompson. Principal Kurt Schumacher. Athletic Director Todd Kraft. Freshman number 1, Alicia Garcia. Sophomore number 2, Mabry Herman. Sophomore number 3, Jolie Frosch. Senior number 4, Natalie McFadden. Freshman number 5, Kayla Looper. Freshman number 8, Peyton Burrow. Senior number 9, Maddie Rhodes. Junior number 10, Addie Harkins. Sophomore number 13, Brighton Beard. Freshman number 15, Maddie Rodriguez. Junior number 16, Tony Burrow. Junior number 20, Reese Redden. Sophomore number 22, Tori Johnson. Sophomore number 27, Kelly Luis. And junior number 29, Marissa Santos. Looks like they're fixing to introduce both teams, so we're going to go ahead and listen in.
Regardless of the outcome of this morning's game, all of the players have proven their willingness to work and sacrifice in order to achieve athletic excellence. Please consider the time and effort each of these teams, coaches, and athletes have put forth. Cheer these young athletes on, applaud them, but do not, through any action, cause them to doubt the value of athletics. By your conduct, allow these athletes to feel pride in their communities and schools. While your sportsmanlike actions may play only a small part in the outcome of this game, it will play a greater role in the continuing to encourage competitive athletics. The officials for this game have been mutually agreed upon by school officials from both schools. Their role is not unlike those of players, coaches, teachers, and school administrators. Without them, this game would not be possible. Their knowledge and applications of the rules are a result of annual testing, years of study, and continual participation in clinics that further refine their understanding of the game. We ask you as students, parents, and citizens to demonstrate the kind of respect for these officials you would extend to any dedicated person in a position of responsibility. Thank you. Now, to introduce the visiting Benavides Lady Eagles under head coach Aubrey Ramirez. Number 5, Stephanie Cavazos, shortstop. Number 1, Sadie Vera, second base. Number 25, Giovanna Guzman, taking care of the circle. Number 6, Allison Vasquez, first base. Number 11, Allison Guerra, taking care of third. Number 8, behind the plate this morning, Kristen Garza. Number 22, Camila Gracia in center field. Number 4, Haley Cervantes in left. taking care of DP, number 16, Mercy Davila. And your flex player in right field, number 3, Miranda Arredondo. Coming out of the dugout this morning for the Lady Eagles, number 12, Ed Garcia, and number 15, Danya Marquez. Now to introduce this morning's home team, the Benavides Cowgirls, coached by head coach Jose Martinez and assistant Fred Malcolm. Number 5, catcher Kayla Looper. Number 2, Mabry Herman, shortstop. Number 29, in the circle, Marissa Santos. Taking care of first base, number 20, Reese Redden. Third, Madeline McFadden. Number 3, taking care of second, Jolie Frosch. In the DP spot, number 16, Tony Burrell. Number 27, Taylor Reese in right. In center, number 8, Peyton Burrell. Morning flex player in left field, number 10, Addie Harkin. Coming in off the bench for the Cowgirls, number 1, Alicia Garcia. Number 13, Brighton Bird. Number 15, Maddie Rodriguez. And number 22, Tori Johnson. If everyone would please stand for the playing of our national anthem.
All right, ladies and gentlemen, we're fixing to get started here.
Good luck, ladies. Let's play ball.
Once again, live here from Three Rivers High School. Regional semifinal playoff game, Benavides Eagles versus your Dehennis Cowgirls. Dehennis, the designated visiting team today. Setting the defense for the Cowgirls in the circle. Number 29, Marissa Santos. Catching behind the plate, Kayla Looper. At third base, Natalie McFadden. Shortstop, Mabry Herman. Second base, Jolie Frosch. First base, Reese Redden. And in the outfield from left to right, Addie Harkins, Peyton Burrow, and Katie Luis. Once again, we've had some pop-up showers come and go. So we're going to try to bring this to you in its entirety. Hoping the rain stays away. Must protect the equipment. Once again, this is game 2 of the best of 3 series. Cowgirls won game 1 24-0 yesterday. And the winner of this series will advance to the regional finals as they will face the winner was actually North Zolch as they defeated Bartlett 3-0 last night. As we get started here, leading off for the Lady Eagles is number 5, senior Stephanie Cavazos.
Benavides Ladies Eagles, number 5, shortstop, Stephanie Cavazos.
And the first pitch is a called strike from Santos. Santos with the pitch. Ball high and outside. 1-1. And called strike 2. 1 ball, 2 strikes. 1 ball, 2 strikes. On Cavazos. Swing and a miss. And Looper applies the tag for the first out. Brings up number 1, Sadie Vieira. And she went for strike 1. And she tries to attempt a bunt and it goes foul. So no balls and 2 strikes. The pitch from Santos, swing and a miss for strike 3. That's 2 outs. So 2 up, 2 down. So no balls and 1 strike on Giovanna Guzman. And she fouls off the second pitch, so brings the count to no balls and 2 strikes. Light rain here at Three Rivers. We'd have some pop-up showers come and go. We're hoping it stays away. The pitch from Santos catches the corner for strike 3. So we're headed to the bottom of the first. Cowgirls coming up to bat. You're watching Dennis Cowgirls softball. We'll be right back. And we're back here live from Three Rivers. Rain coming down, not too hard right now. Leading off to start the ball game for the Cowgirls will be the catcher, number 5, Kayla Looper, with shortstop Mabry Herman on deck. Cowgirls started the ball game 3 up, 3 down. On the mound for the Lady Eagles is senior number 25, Giovanna Guzman. And catching behind the plate, freshman number 8, Kristen Garza. Guzman in the circle for the Lady Eagles. Looper at the plate for the Cowgirls. First pitch coming. Wind up in the pitch. And Looper, fielded by the third base, fires it over to first for the first out. So Allison Guerra fields the ball and fires it over the first for the first out. Brings up the shortstop number 2, Mabry Herman. The pitch to Herman is low. So ball 1. 1 ball, no strikes. On Herman. The pitch. Herman swings. Once again, fielded. Fires it over to first. And Herman is going to be called out. They're going to say that Allison Guerra with a smooth throw to first. And Coach Jose Martinez is going to go out there and have a little conversation with the umpire. Going to see if he can get some help. And the umpires will have a little congregation now. They're going to say she's out, so that's 2 outs here. Brings up the pitcher, number 29, Marissa Santos. As both batters come up and hit the third base, and they both get thrown out at first. So Guzman in the circle with the pitch to Santos, and Santos fouls it down third base line. So no balls and 1 strike on Marissa Santos. The pitch, and Santos swinging a miss for strike 2. So no balls, 2 strikes on Santos, 2 outs. Both first 2 batters grounded out to third. The 0-2 pitch, and Santos fouls it off. So no balls and 2 strikes. Marissa Santos. The wind up in the pitch, and Santos fouls it, and it's going to go foul. Count remains no balls, 2 strikes. Pitch to Santos is high, but she swings and it's popped up into the outfield, and catch is made by the shortstop for out number 3. As we head to the top of the second, remains scoreless.
You're watching live coverage on the D'Hanis Athletics page, home of the Cowboys and Cowgirls. Make sure to follow us on Facebook and Twitter for the most up-to-date and late-breaking information. And go Cowboys and Cowgirls! You're watching live coverage on the D'Hanis Athletics page, home of the Cowboys and Cowgirls. Make sure to follow us on Facebook and Twitter for the most up-to-date and late-breaking information. And go Cowboys and Cowgirls!
And welcome back as we're here getting ready to start the top of the second. Scoreless, different story so far this morning. Yesterday the Cowgirls came out, scored 12 runs in the first at bat. And this time we're held scoreless, so This is game 2 of the best of 3 series. Cowgirls lead the series 1-0 as they defeated Benavides 24-0 yesterday. Winner advances to the regional finals to face North Zolch as they defeated Bartlett 3-0 last night. Leading off for the Eagles will be Allison Vasquez.
Up for Benavides, Allison Vasquez, first baseman.
The pitch from Santos, she squares around and shows bunt. They're going to ask if she went. She did, so strike one.
Oh, Lord.
So no balls and 1 strike on Vasquez.
Yes.
Vasquez squares around, show bunt. Brings the Cowgirl infield in, pulls back and swings and misses. So strike 2, no balls, 2 strikes on Vasquez. No balls, 2 strikes. Santos with the pitch, loses control once again. So, you know, we've had some rain here. Showers pop up in here and there. So, as you can see, the field is wet, the ball's wet. So that's going to be a ball. So 1 ball, 2 strikes on Vasquez. And Santos with the pitch inside for ball 2. 2 balls, 2 strikes on Vasquez.
The first baseman, Vasquez.
Wind up in the pitch. High and outside. Brings the count full. 3 balls, 2 strikes
Full count.
on Allison Vasquez for the Lady Eagles. Wind up in the pitch. And that's going to be ball 4. As Santos walks Vasquez. So number 11, Allison Guerra at the plate now for the Eagles. Santos with the windup in the pitch. And the ball gets by Looper. As Vasquez advances to second. 1 ball, no strikes on Guerra. Santos with the pitch, loses control with the ball again. It's going to hit Guerra, so she's going to take her base. So runners on first and second for the Eagles. Bringing up number 8, Kristen Garza. So the first 2 batters for the Eagles get on board on a walk and a hit by pitch. Wind up with a pitch. Ball low and inside. Wind up with a pitch, squares around, and pulls back for ball 2. The Eagles being aggressive here early in the ballgame. First at bat for the Eagles. Runners on first and second. 2 balls, no strikes. Santos in the circle. Wind up in the pitch. Squares around and misses for strike 1. 2 balls, 1 strike. Two balls and 1 strike. The pitch. And catches the corner inside for a strike. Well, actually, they're going to call it a ball, so 3 balls and 1 strike. 3 3 balls, 1 strike. Runners on first and second. The pitch. And ball outside, so ball 4. First 3 runners for the Eagles. Get on board. And the Cowgirls and Coach Jose Martinez have a little conversation. So a little powwow meeting is over. Top of this second here. Number 22, Camila Gracia at the plate for the Lady Eagles. Pitch from Santos. Called strike 1. No balls, 1 strike on Gracia. The pitch inside for ball 1. 1 ball, 1 strike. No outs with the bases loaded here. The pitch. Swing and a miss for strike 2. One ball, 2 strikes, bases loaded for the Lady Eagles. Camila Gracia at the plate. The pitch. And fouls it off. Count remains 1-2. The pitch. And this ball inside. So 2 balls, 2 strikes on Gracia. 2-2 the count. No outs. Bases loaded. Santos with the pitch. Catches the corner for a call, strike 3. So that's going to be out number 1 here. So number 4, Haley Cervantes, now off the bat for the Lady Eagles. With the bases loaded. Santos with the pitch. Right down the middle, strike 1. No balls, 1 strike on Cervantes. With the bases loaded in the pitch. Swings and fouls it off. Brings the count to 0-2. No balls, 2 strikes. Santos in the circle. And it's going to be ball inside. 1 ball, 2 strikes. On Cervantes. The pitch. They called strike 3, so that's 2 strikeouts in a row for Santos. With the bases loaded.
Santos with the strikeout, bringing us to 2 outs. Gonna bring up Benavides, DP number 16, Mercy Davila.
Up next for the Lady Eagles, number 16, Mercy Davila. With the bases loaded. The pitch. Strike 1 down the middle. So Coach Jose Martinez, when the bases loaded, came out, talked to the infield, settled them down. Santos has come back and had 2 strikeouts in a row. And the pitch. Strike 3. Looper fires it over to third. Runner gets back in time. So no balls, 2 strikes on Davila. The pitch from Santos. Swing and a miss for strike 3. So Santos fights back and strikes out the last 3 batters as the Eagles came out with bases loaded to get out of the jam. So in the bottom of the second, we're scoreless. You're watching Dennis Cowgirls softball. Right back. back from Three Rivers High School.
Can you hit it? I'm gonna work on it. I'm gonna make my best effort. Can you hit it?
Leading off the inning for the Cowgirls will be the first baseman, number 20, Reese Redden. On deck with Natalie McFadden. And in the hole, Jolie Frosch. This is game 2 of the best of 3 series, as Cowgirls lead the series 1-0. Winner advances to the regional final to face North Zolch as they defeated Bartlett 3-0 last night. Once again, leading off for the Cowgirls, the first baseman, number 20, Reese Redden. And in the circle, Giovanna Guzman for the Lady Eagles.
Up for the Cowgirls, number 20, first baseman, Reese Redden.
Guzman with the windup in the pitch. And it's going to be called strike 1.
Guzman with first pitch strike.
Wind up in the pitch and fouled out of play. Brings the count to no balls and 2 strikes.
Foul ball. 0-2 for Redden.
No balls and 2 strikes on Redden. Wind up in the pitch. Ball high. 1 ball, 2 strikes.
1-2 to Redden.
1 ball, 2 strikes on Reese Redden, the junior first baseman for the Cowgirls. Guzman in the circle for the Lady Eagles. Wind up and the pitch. Outside for ball 2. 2 balls, 2 strikes. The 2-2 pitch, and Redden fouls it off. Count remains 2-2.
2-2 with no outs.
The pitch, ball high, brings the count full. 3 balls, 2 strikes on Redden.
Full count to Redden.
And Redden fouls it off once again. Count remains full. 3 balls, 2 strikes. No outs here in the bottom of the second. We're scoreless. The pitch, and Reese sends a shot to center field, and it goes and hits the top of the wall. And she's going to have a stand-up double. So Reese Redden wins that battle. Brings up the senior third baseman, number 4, Natalie McFadden, to the plate.
Third baseman for the Cowgirls.
The pitch to McFadden swings, and there's another shot to center field. Lands in front of the center fielder as Redden's going to come in and score, and she slips and trips, and she gets up in time, and she's going to be safe at home, and McFadden slides in safely at second for a double. RBI double for Natalie McFadden as her and Reese Redden trade places. So the Cowgirls now lead 1-0. And again, the rain is coming.
Gonna bring up number 3, Frosch.
Brings up the second baseman, number 3, Jolie Frosch. Wind up in the pitch. Frosh swings and missed by the left fielder as McFadden's going to come in and score. And Jolie Frosh trades places with McFadden at second. Cowgirls with a 2-0 lead. Nice hit to left center by Jolie Frosh. RBI double. Brings up the flex player number 16, Tony Burrow. Wind up in the pitch. And it's going to be in the dirt. And Frosh is going to advance to third. And the ball is overthrown. And Frosh is going to come in and score. So Cowgirls scored 3 runs here with Tony Burrow at the plate for the Cowgirls. And now the Eagles will have a little discussion as they call time. Cowgirls started off the inning with a Reese Redden double off the wall, followed by McFadden's double off another to left center field, and then Jolie Frosh with another double to left center. Cowgirls scored 3 runs. And now have a 3-0 lead here in the bottom of the second with the flex player Tony Burrow at the plate for the Cowgirls with 1 ball and no strikes. Guzman in the circle with the pitch. Ball high and inside. 2 balls, no strikes. Two balls, no strikes, no outs. The pitch. Burrow swings and hit to the second baseman as she drops it. And Burrow's going to get on safely. So it brings up the right fielder, number 27, Kayla Ruiz. Still no outs here. The pitch to Ruiz. She squares around and shows bunt, but pulls back for ball 1. Ruiz at the plate. Burrow on first. Wind up in the pitch. Ruiz once again shows bunt, pulls back for ball 2. Two balls, no strikes. Burrow on first, the wind up in the pitch. In the dirt for ball 3. 3 balls and no strikes.
Nice stop by Garza behind the plate. Goes 3-0 to Reese.
3 balls, no strikes, no outs. Burrow on first for the Cowgirls. Guzman with the pitch. Ruiz lays down a bunt, but it's going to go foul. So the count is now 3-1. 3 balls, 1 strike on Kayla Ruiz.
Reese with a 3-1 count.
Wind up in the pitch and swung on and fouled off. So the count is now full. 3 balls and 2 strikes on Kayla Ruiz. Guzman in the circle with the pitch. And it's going to be ball 4. So runners on first and second as Ruiz advances to first. Burrow moves over to second. So it brings up the center fielder, number 8, Peyton Burrow.
Runners on first and second for Cowboys.
The pitch catches the corner for strike 1.
Here's Vaughn with the first pitch strike to Burrow.
Wind up in the pitch. High and outside for ball 1. 1 ball, 1 strike on Burrow. With Burrow on second, Luis on first, and Peyton Burrow at the plate. Guzman with the pitch. Ball high. 2 balls, 1 strike. On the center fielder, Peyton Burrow.
2-1 count.
Wind up in the pitch in the dirt for ball 3. So 3 balls and 1 strike.
Nice work again by Garza. Keeping with the body stick. We're looking at a 3-1 count to Burrow.
Wind up in the pitch, and she sends a shot to left field in the gap. It's going to bring in Tony Burrow to score. Kayla Luis chasing her in. Luis is going to come to score, and Burrow's going to slide in safely at third for a triple. And she brings in 2 runs. And the Cowgirls are back at the top of the lineup with the catcher number 5, Kayla Looper.
That'll bring Luther up to the plate.
So Cowgirls with a 5-0 lead here. The pitch to Looper, swing and a miss as the ball gets by the catcher. So no balls and 1 strike. So Peyton Burrow standing on third for the Cowgirls. The pitch to Looper, and Looper sends a shot to left field, down the left field line. And she brings in Burrow, and she's going to make her way towards second for a stand-up double, RBI double.
Luther with the RBI. Standing on second. Gonna bring up number 2, Mabry Herman.
So brings up the shortstop number 2, Mabry Herman. The pitch to Herman. Herman swings and misses for strike 1. Kayla Looper standing on second. Mabry Herman at the plate. Giovanna Guzman in the circle for the Lady Eagles. The pitch in the dirt for ball 2. And Looper is going to make her way towards third. So 1 ball and 1 strike on Mabry Herman.
There's a runner on third. And no outs.
Coach Martinez having a little discussion with Mabry Herman. Probably talking about a little situation here. 1 ball, 1 strike, no outs. Looper on third. Guzman in the circle for the Eagles. Wind up in the pitch, and Herman swings. Fielded by the shortstop, and Herman's going to beat the throw out at first. And she brings in Kayla Looper.
Herman with the base hit. RBI.
So base hit and an RBI for Mabry Herman.
Gonna bring up
Brings up the pitcher, number 29, Marissa Santos. Cowgirl bats have come alive here. Santos shows bunt, gets by the catcher, and Herman makes her way to second base. The sliding effort by Mabry Herman. So 1 ball, no strikes, and Santos hits it, fielded by the shortstop, fires it over to first, and she's going to be safe as Herman's going to make her way in and come in and score for the Cowgirls. And brings up the first baseman, number 20, Reese Redden, as she led off the inning with a double as she hit the wall at center field. So coming in the courtesy run is number 1, Alicia Garcia for Santos at first base.
Up for the Cowgirls, first baseman number 20, Reese Redden.
The wind up and the pitch. And Reese again shopping at the gap as she hits it in between right and center as Garcia is making her way home as Reese is chasing her, and Reese is going to hold up at third base. So RBI triple for Reese Redden. So Reese now has a double and a triple in this inning. Brings up the third baseman, number 4, Natalie McFadden. The pitch inside for ball 1. The pitch, and McFadden fouls it off down third base line, so brings the count to 1-1. 1 ball, 1 strike, no outs here. Bottom of the second, Cowgirls with the 9-0 advantage and counting. Wind up in the pitch, high and outside. So 2 balls and 1 strike on McFadden, with Reese Redden standing at third. The pitch, swing and a miss. Strike 2. 2 balls, 2 strikes and McFadden. Redden staying on third for the Cowgirls. Guzman to the circle for the Lady Eagles. Two balls, 2 strikes. The pitch. McFadden fouls it down third base line. Count remains 2-2.
McFadden staying alive.
The pitch, and McFadden pops it up to the third baseman, and it's going to go foul. So the count remains 2 balls, 2 strikes on Natalie McFadden. The pitch to McFadden is high and outside, so the count is now full. 3 balls, 2 strikes on McFadden. The pitch. McFadden fouls it and goes over to the baseball field. So the count remains full. 3 balls, 2 strikes. No outs here in the bottom of the second.
2-2.
The pitch and McFadden. And the ball goes foul down left field line. Count remains full. 3 balls and 2 strikes on the senior third baseman. Redden standing on third. Guzman with the pitch. It's going to be ball 4. So runners on the corners for the Cowgirls. As McFadden earns that walk. Brings up second baseman number 3, Jolie Frosch.
Base on ball. Brings up number 3, Joey Frosch, second baseman.
The pitch. Frosch swings, pops it up. Third baseman called off by the shortstop for the first out. So Frosch pops up to the shortstop. Nice catch by Stephanie Cavazos at shortstop. Well, that's the first out of the inning. Brings up the flex player, number 16, Tony Burrow.
Up for the Cowgirls, number 16, Tony Burrell, the DP.
Wind up in the pitch. Ball low as McFadden makes her way to second base.
Burrell with a 1-0 count.
1 ball, no strikes, 1 out. Big inning here for the Cowgirls. Wind up in the pitch. Burrow hits it. Picked up by Guzman. And she fires it over to first for the out. And Reese,
Second out put together.
little confused there. So runners at second and third for the Cowgirls. Little confusion there. McFadden on second. Redden at third. Brings up the right fielder, number 27, Kaylor Luis. Wind up in the pitch. Called strike 1 as it catches the corner.
Guzman with the first pitch strike to Reese.
No balls, 1 strike, 2 outs. Guzman with the pitch. And just misses outside for ball 1. So 1 ball, 1 strike.
1-1 to Reese with 2 outs. Runners on second and third.
And as soon as there's a third out, I'm going to step out for a minute. I'm going to leave the game going. I'm going to go set up camera number 2 for the boys game. The 1-1 pitch. Swing and a miss. Strike 2.
1-2 to Reese.
Runners on second and third. 1 ball, 2 strikes, 2 outs. Luis at the plate for the Cowgirls. The pitch. Outside. For ball 2. 2 balls, 2 strikes. 2 balls, 2 strikes. On Luis. The pitch inside. Count is now full. 3 balls and 2 strikes on Ruiz. The pitch. And it's going to be called strike 3 for the third out as we head to the top of the third. I'll be right back. All right, we're back here. The pitch to Stephanie Cavazos is fouled out of play. So no balls and one strike. Trying to catch my breath here as I ran to the next field, set up the camera. So when the boys' game starts, we'll go split screen. So 1 ball, 1 strike on Cavazos. The pitch hit to Frosch at second. She tosses it over to Reese Redden for the first out of the inning.
Put together by Frost and Redden. Gonna bring up number 1, Sadie Vieira, second baseman.
So brings up number 1, Sadie Vieira for the Lady Eagles. The pitch from Santos as she squares around and bunts it, but it's going to go foul. So no balls and 1 strike on Vieira. And she hits the bat. It sounded like it hit the bat. And she got hit as well. But the umpires are going to have a discussion to see what happened. We're going to go split screen here as they're removing the tarp from the field on the baseball side. Having a little discussion. Not sure if they're going to start on time or not. Like we said, it's been raining on and off here. But once that game gets started, we'll go split screen once again. So the ball hit the bat. It was a dead ball. And then it hit the player. Then it hit Vieira. So brings the count to no balls and 2 strikes. So no balls, 2 strikes on the batter, Vieira, with 1 out here. Umpire to make sure she's okay. And the pitch and foul down third base line. So the count is now no balls and 2 strikes on Vieira. With the light rain coming down once again. Wind up on the pitch, and they're going to ask if she went, and she did, so called strike 3. So 2 outs here. Brings up number 25, the pitcher, Giovanna Guzman, for the Lady Eagles. Guzman, fielded by Herman at short, fires it over to first for the 3rd out. So we head to the bottom of the 3rd. Cowgirls lead 9-0. As we're going to go split screen here. They're fixing to introduce both teams. I'm not sure if you'll be able to hear in the background.
Good afternoon, and welcome to the Bulldog Stadium. Today's starting.
So here we are in the bottom of the 3rd on the softball side. Cowgirls with a 9-0 lead. Boys baseball, both teams fixing to get introduced right now. Both games in the game 2. Dehennis leads the series in both series 1-0. Winner of the boys baseball will face Canepa in the regional semifinals. And on the softball side, the winner advances to the Region 4 final to face North Zulch as they defeated Bartlett last night 3-0. So leading off for the Cowgirls, number 8, Peyton Burrow. And the first pitch called strike 1 as it catches the corner.
Home team, Dehennis Cowboys. Left fielder, number 28.
And Burrow sends a shot past the shortstop for a single.
Right fielder, number 22. Herman. Catcher, number 14.
So the Cowgirls at the top of the lineup
Reyes.
with the catcher Kayla Looper.
Third baseman, number 13, Baird. Shortstop, number 4, Hendry.
And Looper sends a shot to right field, and it's going to drop in front of the right fielder. So Burrow's going to make her way towards third. Looper will stand up at second.
Gonzalez. DH, number 5, Garcia.
Brings up the shortstop, number 2, Mabry Herman.
Fielder, number 20, number 12, Diaz. First baseman, number 20, Bridget.
So courtesy running now at second base for the catcher Kayla Looper is number 22, Tori Johnson.
Number 2,
Runners on second and third. The pitch to Herman, swing and a miss for strike 1.
6, Rivera. Number 15, Fortner. Number 16, Rendon. Number 17,
And Herman sends a shot in between the second and third baseman as Burrow comes in to score, and Tori Johnson will make her way towards home and score. And Herman will make her way towards second as she brings in 2 runs. So the Cowgirls now up 11-0. Brings up the pitcher, number 29, Marissa Santos. The pitch to Santos. She swings and hits it and goes under the legs of the shortstop as Herman will stand up at third, and Santos will round to and make her way and slide in safely at second. The ball goes into the outfield, and Herman comes in to score. So Santos at third base, and they're gonna have the national anthem on the boys side. So everyone will stop and pause. And now the beautiful breeze comes in as if we're laying on the beach. So 12-0 Cowgirls lead here in the bottom of the third. With Reese Redden at the plate for the Cowgirls.
Redden up for the Cowgirls.
And Alicia Garcia courtesy running at third base. The pitch high and outside for ball one. One ball, no strikes
Redden with no
on Reese Redden.
runner on third.
Reese Redden with a double and a triple in the ball game. The pitch and swings and misses. Strike one.
Count's gonna go 1-1 to Redden. No outs.
The pitch outside for ball two. So 2 balls and 1 strike.
Worked by Garza. We go 2-1 to Redden.
One ball, 2 strikes. The pitch, the Redden swings and misses for strike 2. 2 balls and 2 strikes. Two balls, 2 strikes, and high and outside for ball 3. 3 balls and 2 strikes.
Count's gonna go 3-2 to Redden.
Wind up in the pitch, and Reese sends a shot, fielded by the third baseman, fires it over to first, and the ball's going to go over the head of the first baseman. So Reese is going to make her way towards second as Alicia Garcia comes in to score for the Cowgirls. Apologize to our YouTube viewers. I'm not sure why the game went away off of there, but we're live on Facebook Live. Not sure what happened. Winding up the pitch to McFadden. McFadden sends a shot up the middle to center field as Reese Redden's going to come in and score, and McFadden's going to make her way towards third base. Stand-up triple. RBI triple for Natalie McFadden.
McFadden is RBI. Up the middle. Gonna bring up number 3, Jolie Frost, second baseman.
So Cowgirls now with a 14-0 lead here. And swing and miss. And strike one on Jolie Frosch.
0-1 to Frosch.
And Frosch fouls it off. So strike two, no balls and two strikes on Jolie Frosch.
0-2 to Frosch. No out. Runner on third.
Giovanna Guzman in the circle for the Lady Eagles. McFadden on third. The pitch outside for ball one. 1 ball and 2 strikes. The pitch to Frosch. Outside, so 2 balls and 2 strikes.
2-2 to Frosch.
The pitch to Frosch. Jolie swings. Fielded by the shortstop. Fires it over the first and way over the head of the first baseman. So run scores as McFadden comes in.
If you can bring back all foul balls back to the dugout, I appreciate it.
So the Cowgirls now with a 15-0 advantage as Frosch stands on first for the Cowgirls. Brings up the flex player number 16, Tony Burrow, to the plate. Wind up the pitch and Burrow fouls it off, so no balls and 1 strike.
0-1 to Burrow.
Up to bat, number 9, Edward Hernandez.
Swing and a miss for strike 2 on Burrow.
0-2 to Burrow.
No balls, 2 strikes. Frosch on first. With no outs here. Wind up in the pitch and swings and misses for strike 3 in the first out.
Guzman with a strikeout for the first out. Gonna bring up number 27, Kayla Reese. the right
Brings up number
fielder.
27, Katie Luis. Swing and a miss for strike 1.
0-1 with Reese with 1 out. Runner on first.
And Jolie Frosch steps out for the second out as the rain comes back in.
Up to bat, number 11, number 24, Andres Hinojosa.
And Ruiz hits it foul.
Foul ball.
One ball, 2 strikes on Katie Ruiz. With 2 outs here, the pitch. Luis sends a shot to left field for a single, and she's going to try to stretch it out and go to second, and she's going to slide in safely at second.
Shot to left by Reese. Stretching up to second.
And Luis steps off the plate. Sits off the bag, so that's going to be the third out of the inning as we head to the top of the fourth. Cowgirls with the 15-0 advantage. We're going to go over to baseball, see what's going on over there. On the scoreboard, it is the first inning, scoreless 0-0. Once again, we apologize to all our YouTube viewers. I'm not sure what happened. It appears that the game has been discontinued on YouTube, but we are still live on Facebook at Dehennis Athletics.
Coming in for the Lady Cowgirls, number 15, Maddie Rodriguez at first match. Rupert moved to the circle. And we have Carmen behind the plate.
So it appears that the Cowboys are back in action. Nope, not yet. Both teams still warming up. Kayla Looper now on the mound for the Cowgirls. So at the plate for the Lady Eagles, number 6, Allison Vasquez. As Marissa Santos moves over to shortstop. Kayla Looper moves from catcher to pitcher, and maybe Herman from shortstop to catcher. One ball, 2 strikes on Vasquez on the softball side. Looper with a pitch, low. Count is now 2-2.
2-2.
Up to bat, number 28, Langfield.
The pitch hit and backhanded by Frosch and stopped, but the throw is late. So the Eagles have a runner on first. And also checking into the ball game at first base now, Madison Rodriguez
Allison Guetta
for Reese Redden.
for the Lady Eagles.
Kayla Looper with the windup in the pitch. High and outside for ball 1. Looper with the pitch and swing and a miss. And a miss. Strike 1. Strike 1. One ball, 1 strike. 1 ball, 1 strike. And swing and a miss for strike 2.
1-2. Pick it up.
1 ball, 2 strikes. As the rain is picking up again. And swing and a miss for strike 3 and the first out. Strikeout for Kayla Looper. Got us out the plate for the Eagles. Scores around and bunts. Picked up by Herman. She fires it over to first to Rodriguez for the out. So 2 outs. And the rain is picking up, so we're going to stay on as long as we can.
Reyes.
So 1 ball, no strikes, 2 outs. The pitch to Looper, from Looper, is a called strike down the middle. 1 ball, 1 strike. And batter squares around and pulls back. So ball two. 2 balls and 1 strike as the rain is coming down harder and harder. Wind up in the pitch in the dirt for ball 3 as the ball gets by Herman.
Benavides advancing their runner to third with a pass ball.
3 balls and 1 strike. Gonna try to stay on as long as I can with the rains coming down. 3 balls, 1 strike. The pitch from Looper for ball 4.
Johnson is going to take her base. Going to bring up number 4, Haley Cervantes, left fielder for Benavides.
So number 4, Haley Cervantes at the plate for the Lady Eagles. The pitch from Looper, high and outside. Runners on first and third for the Eagles. So 1 ball, no strikes.
1-0 to Cervantes.
As the stands are clearing, as they're trying to find a dry spot. Ball high. So 2 balls and no strikes. The pitch from Looper catches the corner for strike 1.
2-1 with 2 outs.
Gotta move the camera just out of the ring just a bit.
Nice stop by Herman. We're going to go 3-1 with 2
So 3 balls and 1 strike as the rain is coming down pretty hard. Once again, we're going to stay on as long as we can. Must protect the equipment. Ball 4, so the bases are loaded for the Lady Eagles.
Cervantes will take her base. Lady Eagles with bases loaded. Brings up number 16, the DP, Mercy Davila.
Mercy Davila at the plate for the Lady Eagles. A pitch and slips out of the hand of Looper for ball 1. Ball 2 inside. As both games are going on in this hard pouring rain. Ball inside for ball 3.
3-0 on Davila.
So Looper with another walk and the first run for the Lady Eagles as the bases remain loaded. And Coach Jose Martinez is going to take a dry ball out there to his pitcher. 15-1 lead for the Cowgirls.
Up for Benavides, shortstop number 5, Stephanie Cavazos. The flex is going to end the game.
So on the baseball side, it's the second inning scoreless. And here on the softball side, Cowgirls with a 15-1 lead. And a called strike from Looper, so 1 ball, 1 strike. 1-1 on the batter. The pitch from Looper gets by the catcher. So ball 2.
Nice hustle by her. Keep everybody where they are.
2 balls, 1 strike. The rain is coming down. And fouls it off. So strike two. We're using two umbrellas to cover everything that we can. Two balls, two strikes, two outs. Top of the fourth. Looper with the ball three. Three balls, two strikes on the batter. Full count.
3-2 full count. To Cavazos.
And the ball's fielded by Santos at shortstop and gets the force out at third. So we head to the top of the fifth. Excuse me, to the bottom of the fourth. Cowgirls with a 15-1 lead. We're going to go over to the baseball side. Second inning, scoreless. Dalen Gonzalez on the mound for the Cowboys at the pitch. Strike as it catches the corner inside. So runners on first and second for the Benavides Eagles. Boys baseball.
Up to that, number 8, Kenya.
Gonzalez with the pitch, swing and a miss, strike one. I apologize, ladies and gentlemen. I'm trying to cover all the equipment here. So if I'm not talking, I'm just letting y'all watch. Play at the plate for the Cowboys. As he's out at home. Apologize if there's no commentary, ladies and gentlemen. I'm trying to cover the equipment in this heavy rain so we can keep it going. Trying to go as long as I can until it comes down harder and harder. I have multiple umbrellas going on here. As the wind picks up here. Still on the baseball side, it's scoreless. 0-0. Kayla Looper batting for the Cowgirls. Burrow on first. The pitch. As Burrow makes her way towards second. As you can imagine, the ball is slippery for both teams. So 3 balls and no strikes on Kayla Looper on the softball side.
Starting off the bottom of the second, number 4, Hendry.
The pitch for ball 4. So Looper advances the first. Burrow on second, and Mabry Herman coming up to bat for the Cowgirls. Game must go 5 innings to be a complete game. Guzman with a pitch, swing and a miss for Herman, and Burrows an attempt to steal third, and she does. She slides in safely. And Looper advances to second. Let's say there's an injured player, so we're going to go to baseball. Looks like Ryan Henry's at the plate for the Cowboys. Second inning scoreless over there, and Ryan Henry sends a shot to center. That's going to land in front of the center fielder for a single. And Eusebio Tapia coming up to bat for the Cowboys.
Base hit brings up number 3.
Base hit for Ryan Henry. Eusebio Tapia at the plate. JJ Garcia on deck. The pitch to Tapia. Outside. Throw to first. It goes into right field, but Ryan's going to remain at first. And they're back to play on the softball field as Mabry Herman pops it up, and it's made. The catch is made at second, and Burrow comes in on the tag to score. So 1 out. Marissa Santos at the plate for the Cowgirls. Looper standing on third for DeHennis.
You can bring that ball to the dugout. We would appreciate it.
It's going to be a ball high. One ball, 1 strike on Santos. And Looper's going to step off the bag for out number 1. Excuse me, 2 outs. Count is now 1-1 on Santos. The pitch for ball 2.
3-0. We're working on it. We're trying to reset it. Yes, sir.
Pitch to Santos. She chops it back to Guzman. Guzman fires it over to first for the third out. So we head to the top of the fifth. Cowgirls lead 16-1. We'll go over to baseball. As J.J. Garcia is up to bat for the Cowboys. Second inning, still scoreless. With 1 ball, 1 strike, and 1 out. And called strike 2. So 1 ball, 2 strikes on J.J. Garcia. Runner on second. The pitch. High and outside. So 2 balls, 2 strikes on Garcia. The pitch. Garcia pops it up to right field, and the right field is going to make the catch for the second out. Brings up the center fielder, Dante Diaz, coming up to bat for the Cowboys. So Dante Diaz at the plate for the Cowboys with 2 outs. The pitch in the dirt, gets by the catcher. So looks like Tapia's going to advance to third base. The pitch to Diaz. Diaz swings. Ball to first base, and the first baseman's going to field the ball and touch the bag for the final out as they head to the third inning. The Hen is 0, Benavides 0. And back to softball. In the top of the fifth, Kayla Looper just hit a batter, so the runner on first for the Lady Eagles. Brings up number 25, Giovanna Guzman for the Lady Eagles. As the rain is still coming down. And Guzman swings, fielded by McFadden. Play over to second. It's going to go into the outfield as Garcia now playing second base. Misses. Ruiz fires it into shortstop. And play at the plate. Santos to Herman. And over the head of Herman as Guzman makes her way to third base on the errors. And another run comes in for the Eagles. 16-2 lead for the Cowgirls with no outs here in the top of the fifth. Dayton Gonzalez on the mound for the Cowboys. As the Cowboys are still warming up out there. Looper with the pitch in the dirt for ball 2. Good stop by Herman. It appears that the rain has stopped just a bit. A few drops here and there. The pitch from Looper. It's going to be a walk. So runners on the corners for the Lady Eagles. As I put the umbrella up, it begins to rain again. On the Cowboys side, they're fixing up the mound getting it ready. So I guess they're in a bit of a rain delay. So Marissa Santos will come back in the circle for the Cowgirls. Looper will go to short. Alicia Garcia at second. Maddie Rodriguez at first. Tori Johnson in left field. Changes for the Cowgirls. And they call strike one. Swing and a miss, strike two. No balls, 2 strikes on Allison Guerra. The pitch. And strikes are out, Santos. So 1 out, runners on first and third. Marissa Santos in the circle, Mabry Herman behind the plate. McFadden at third. Kayla Duper at shortstop. Alicia Garcia at second. Maddie Rodriguez at first. Tori Johnson in left field. Peyton Burrow in center. Kelly Ruiz in right field.
Starting the top of the
And
third,
they're back
number 21,
live on the baseball side as they fix the mound. Swing and a miss for strike two. As Marissa Santos. 1 ball, 1 strike, 1 out. The pitch fouled, out of play. And here comes the rain again. Everyone put their umbrellas away and the rain comes back. Wide for the pitch, swing and miss, swing and miss. For strike three, and out number two, With runners on first and third for the Lady Eagles. We break out the umbrellas again. Santos with the strike one. Cowgirls are 1 out away from advancing to the Region 4 final to face Zolch. The pitch inside, 1 ball, 1 strike. Two balls and 1 strike on the batter. The pitch from Santos. Caught strike 2. 2 balls, 2 strikes, 2 outs in the top of the 5th. And a called strike 3. So that's going to be the ball game as your Dennis Cowgirls win 16-2 over Benavides and advance to the Region 4 final to face Zolch. When we find out, we'll post it. We'll let everybody know. If you give me about a few seconds as I get set up to move all these umbrellas over, we'll go live to baseball.
Congratulations to both teams for making it this far in the playoffs. And good luck to the team as they advance in the playoffs as well. Safe travels and have a great Saturday.
Strikeout brings up number 1, Damian.
making his money the easy way.
Have a great day, sir.
Yeah, y'all
I
too.
sent you that number.
I saw it.
Okay. And that's his cell. So if he doesn't have it, can I grab the, or is it?
K-State brings up number 9, Edward Hernandez.
All right, ladies and gentlemen, we're a little bit settled. As Benavides comes in and scores the first, actually they don't, they get the final out of the inning. So the top of the third, Cowboys and Eagles still scoreless, 0-0.
Do you know what time it is? I said, do you know what time it is? Well, ladies and gentlemen, it is time for some D'Hanis Cowboys baseball. The playoffs start now. Yeah!
Once again, we'd like to apologize to all of our YouTube viewers. I'm not sure what happened. Somehow it got disconnected, but we're here live on D'Hanis Athletics on Facebook. Cowboys and Eagles scoreless. Leading off for the Cowboys is the first baseman, number 21, A.J. Bridges. The pitch. Ball outside. 1 ball, no strikes. Ball 2. 2 balls, no strikes on A.J. Bridges. Cowboy first baseman. Luke Langfield on deck for the Cowboys. The pitch. High and nearly took off his head. So 3 balls and no strikes. The pitch to Bridges. Strike 1. 3 balls and 1 strike. And A.J. Bridges will make his way towards first base as he draws a walk and brings up the left fielder, number 28, Luke Langfield. And coming in to run for Bridges, Kobe Fortner at first base. So this is game 2 of the original quarterfinal between the Benavides Eagles and the Hennis Cowboys. Cowboys won 11-2 yesterday in game 1. Winner of this series advances to face Canepa. The pitch, ball high. Pick off attempt at first. And Fortner gets back in time. So 1 ball, no strikes on Langfield. The pitch, ball 2. 2-0. 2 balls, no strikes. With Fortner on first base. And a called strike on Langfield, so 2 balls and 1 strike. Kobe Fortner standing on first for the Cowboys. The pitch, Langfield hits it, pops it up, and the catch made by the center fielder for out number 1. So coming up now is the right fielder, number 22, Leighton Herman. And swing and a miss, strike 1. No balls, 1 strike on Herman. Pitch and Herman fouls it off. So no balls and 2 strikes on Leighton Herman. Kobe Fortner standing on first for the Cowboys. The pitch. Herman chops it to the pitcher, fires it over the first for out number 2. As Fortner advances to second base. Now brings up the catcher, number 14, Ethan Reyes, to the plate for the Cowboys. The pitch. Called strike one. No balls, one strike on Reyes. The pitch in the dirt. And catcher keeps it right in front of him. So Fortner's still at second. So 2 balls and 1 strike on the catcher, Ethan Reyes, with Fortner on second for the Cowboys. The pitch to Reyes. 3 balls, 1 strike. And Reyes fouls it off. Count is now full, 3 balls and 2 strikes. With 2 outs here in the bottom of the third. Still scoreless here at Three Rivers High School. The pitch to Reyes, and Reyes hits it. And the center fielder makes the catch for out number 3. So we head to the top of the fourth, scoreless. You're watching Dennis Cowboy Baseball. We're right back. And we're back here live at Three Rivers High School. Dalen Gonzalez on the mound for the Cowboys. Ethan Reyes behind the plate. Thomas Beard at third. Ryan Henry at shortstop. Eusebio Tapia at second. AJ Bridges at first. And from left to right, Luke Langfield, Dante Diaz, and Leighton Herman. Gonzalez with the windup of the pitch. And the batter loses control of the bat as it heads to the dugout. So no balls and 1 strike. The pitch. We're called strike 2. Ball 1. 1 ball, 2 strikes on the batter. Top of the fourth. Scoreless. The pitch from Gonzalez. Swing and a miss. And a strikeout for Dalen Gonzalez.
Strikeout brings up center fielder number 3, Sergio Benavides.
So Sergio Benavente up next for the Eagles. Gonzalez with the pitch. Catches the corner for strike 1. Gonzalez with the windup in the pitch. Swing and a miss. Strike two. No balls, 2 strikes on Benavente. Dalen Gonzalez on the mound. The pitch and strike 3. So back-to-back strikeouts for Dalen Gonzalez.
Strikeout brings up pitcher number 8, Ruben Pena.
So Ruben Pena up to bat for the Eagles, with Dalen Gonzalez on the mound for the Cowboys. The pitch in the dirt. So 2 balls and no strikes. And Dalen Gonzalez paints the corner for strike 1. And a swing and a miss. So strike 2. 2 balls, 2 strikes, 2 outs. In the top of the 4th, scoreless. Dalen Gonzalez has had back-to-back strikeouts, looking for number 3 right here. Gonzalez with the windup and the pitch. And in the dirt. So count is now full. 3 balls, 2 strikes. The pitch. And that's going to be a walk. So the Eagles will have a runner on first.
Walk brings up number 7, Josh Garcia.
So Josh Garcia coming up to bat for the Eagles.
Bench runner number 23, John Alani.
And John Alanis checking in the courtesy run at first base. Dalen checks the runner at first, gets back in time, safe. Pitch from Gonzalez. Strike 1. Strike 2, so no balls and 2 strikes on the batter. So swing and a miss, and the 3rd out as Dalen Gonzalez has 3 strikeouts in this inning. So head to the bottom of the 4th, scoreless. You're watching Dennis Cowboy Baseball.
You're watching live coverage on the D'Hanis Athletics page, home of the Cowboys and Cowgirls. Make sure to follow us on Facebook and Twitter for the most up-to-date and late-breaking information. And go Cowboys and Cowgirls! You're watching live coverage on the D'Hanis Athletics page, home of the Cowboys and Cowgirls. Make sure to follow us on Facebook and Twitter for the most up-to-date and late-breaking information. And go Cowboys and Cowgirls!
So bottom of the 4th, Cowboys and Eagles scoreless. Game 2 here. Winner advances to face Canepa next week. Congratulations to the D'Hanis Cowgirls, as they have just completed their series in 2 games over the Benavides Eagles, winning 24-0 and 16-1. So they'll advance to the Region 4 final to face Zolch. Leading off for the Cowboys is the 3rd baseman, senior Thomas Beard. And Beard sends a shot. And he's going to make his way towards second base and stand up safely.
That was a double by number 13, Beard. Brings up shortstop, number 4.
Brings up the shortstop, number 4, Ryan Henry. Thomas Beard standing on second for the Cowboys. Runner in scoring position for DeHennis. The pitch, high and inside, so ball 1. And Henry with a hit. As they're going to wave Thomas Beard in for the first run of the ball game. And Thomas Henry with a diving effort at third as he is safe. So 1-0 Cowboys.
Which brings up second baseman, number 3, Tapia.
Eusebio Tapia at the plate for the Cowboys. With no outs. And fouls it out of play. So no balls and 1 strike on Tapia. The pitch. And Tapia sends a shot to center field, and the catch is made. But Henry's going to come in on the tag and score another run for the Cowboys. So RBI for Eusebio Tapia. 2-0 lead for DeHennis. Brings up number 5, JJ Garcia. The pitch to Garcia is a called strike 1. No balls and 1 strike. JJ Garcia at the plate. Count is now 1-1. 1 ball, 1 strike, 1 out here in the bottom of the 4th. Cowboys have scratched 2 runs so far. The pitch. Garcia sends a chopper. And he's going to be safe as he beats the throw. Brings up the center fielder, number 12, Dante Diaz. With JJ Garcia on first base. Head coach from Benavides having a conversation with the umpire about the call. So the infield hit for JJ Garcia.
Center fielder, Diaz.
Garcia getting a comfortable lead. That he squares around, pulls back, and strike 1. The pitch, swing and a miss. So no balls and 2 strikes on Diaz. with Garcia on first. The pitcher from the stretch sends a pitch, swing and a miss, and foul. As Garcia was making his way towards second, but he's going to have to come back. No balls, 2 strikes on Diaz. Garcia on first for the Cowboys. And they're going to check Garcia at first, but he's going to be safe as he gets back in time. Garcia getting a bigger lead. And they're going to check him again, back in time, so he's safe. Dante Diaz with an 0-2 count on him. The pitch, swing, and fouled. So Dante Diaz battling in there. No balls, 2 strikes. Once again, J.J. Garcia standing on first for the Cowboys. The pitch outside for ball 1. 1 ball, 2 strikes. Garcia on first. Garcia's going. Dante Diaz he paced the first base line as he heads into right field for a single. And Garcia advances to third base.
Base hit brings up
So base hit, beautiful base hit by Dante Diaz as he painted it just inside the line. So with 1 out, bottom of the 4th, brings up the first baseman, A.J. Bridges. Garcia on third, Diaz on first. Bridges squares around, shows bunt, pulls back. Diaz makes his way towards second, and the ball is overthrown into the outfield as Garcia is going to come in and score for the Cowboys. So 3-0 Cowboys. As Dante Diaz stands on second, A.J. Bridges at the plate. So 1 ball, no strikes. And the pitch, Bridges swings and fouls it off. Count is now 1-1. 1 ball, 1 strike, 1 out. Cowboys with another runner in scoring position. See if Bridges can use that big bat. The pitch outside for ball 2. Two balls and 1 strike, and the pitch high and inside for ball 3. So A.J. Bridges way ahead of the count with a 3-1 count with 1 out here. The pitch to Bridges high for ball 4. So A.J. Bridges draws another walk. So runners on first and second. Bridges on first. Diaz on second. And the left fielder, Luke Langfield, up to bat for the Cowboys. But it looks like we may have a pitching change for the Benavides Eagles. Looks like number 7 is coming in to pitch for Benavides. So the third baseman moving to the pitcher's mound. With Cowboys with runners on first and second. The left fielder, Luke Langfield, coming up to the plate once they resume play. Once again, this is game number 2 of the regional quarterfinal game. Benavides versus D'Hanis. Cowboys lead the series 1-0. This is game 2 of the best of 3. Bottom of the 4th, Cowboys with a 3-0 advantage over the Benavides Eagles. Winner advances to face Canepa next week, as Canepa defeated Runge in 2 games. Looks like the rain has moved away for a bit. We hope it stays away. As the pitcher warms up, they're fixing the mound. So Luke Langfield will get things back started for the Cowboys with 1 out here in the bottom of the 4th. AJ Bridges on first, Dante Diaz on second. The pitch. Langfield swings at the first one and fouls it out of play. So no balls and 1 strike on Luke Langfield. The pitch gets by the catcher, so Diaz is going to advance to third. Bridges will advance to second. So 1 ball, 1 strike, and 1 out. Luke Langfield at the plate for the Cowboys. The pitch. Langfield swings. Chopped, fielded by the shortstop, fires it over to first, and gets Langfield out. But Langfield brings in Diaz. So RBI for Luke Langfield. As AJ Bridges advances to third base. And Leighton Herman now at the plate for the Cowboys. The pitch, ball low. So 1 ball, no strikes. With Bridges standing on third. Ball 2. 2 balls, no strikes on Leighton Herman. The pitch. Ball 3. 3 balls and no strikes on Leighton Herman. AJ Bridges standing on third. Ball 4, so Herman draws the walk. Brings up the catcher, number 14, Ethan Reyes, with runners on first and third. Herman and Bridges on the base paths, and Reyes at the plate. The pitch. Herman goes low. Ball was low, so ball 1 as Leighton Herman advances to second base. So Reyes at the plate. Runners on second and third with 2 outs. The pitch. Ball high. 2-0. The pitch, and Reyes sends a pop fly in foul territory, and the catch is made for the 3rd out. So we're going to head to the top of the 5th as the Cowboys scratch 4 runs. Cowboys lead 4-0. You're watching Dennis Cowboy Baseball.
Do you know what time it is? I said, do you know what time it is? Well, ladies and gentlemen, it is time for some Dehannis Cowboys baseball. The playoffs start now. Yeah!
And we're back here live from Three Rivers High School. Top of the 5th, Cowboys with a 4-0 lead over the Benavides Eagles. Cowboys lead the series 1-0, the best of 3 series. Winner advances to face Canepa in the next round. Which would be the regional semifinal. So Dalen Gonzalez remains on the mound for the Cowboys. And he catches the corner for strike 1. As Villa is at the plate for the Eagles. Gonzalez working quickly. Second pitch, swing and a miss, strike 2. Gonzalez with the pitch, ball high. 1 ball, 2 strikes on Villa. Gonzalez with the pitch. Ooh, looked pretty. Ball 2. 2 balls and 2 strikes. I thought it caught the inside corner. Ball high. The count is now full. 3 balls and 2 strikes on Villa. Pitch from Gonzalez. In the dirt for ball 4. So Villa draws a walk. So Matthew Cadena coming up for the Eagles as Villa's on first base. The pitch from Gonzalez, swing and a miss, strike 1. The pitch from Daylin is high and inside, so 1 ball and 1 strike on Cadena. Ball's hit, fielded by Beard. And no play at first. So runners on first and second for the Eagles. Brings up number 1, Vieira. The pitch from Daylin Gonzalez, swings and foul. So no balls and 1 strike on Vieira. Brings the count to 1 ball and 1 strike. And catches the inside corner for strike 2. 1 ball, 2 strikes. As Daylin Gonzalez is working on the mound for the Cowboys. The pitch popped up and out of play, so foul ball. 1 ball and 2 strikes on Vieira, with runners on first and second for the Benavides Eagles. The pitch from Gonzalez swung on and fouled. So 1 ball, 2 strikes remains the count. Runners on first and second for the Eagles. Vieira at the plate. The pitch from Gonzalez fouled off once again. So 1 ball, 2 strikes. Gonzalez with the pitch. Ball high, 2-2. Two balls, 2 strikes. Gonzalez with the pitch. Swung on and fouled once again. So a battle between Vieira and Gonzalez. Count is 2 balls, 2 strikes. No outs. Runners on first and second. And it's going to be ball high, so the count is now full. 3 balls and 2 strikes on Vieira. And Gonzalez steps off the mound as he gets ready to regroup. The pitch swung on and missed. A strikeout and the first out for Gonzalez. Brings up number 9, Hernandez. And head coach Kraft comes out. Congratulates Daylin Gonzalez on an excellent game. As the shortstop Ryan Henry will now move to the mound. So So a great game by Dalen Gonzalez. Ryan Henry will now come in and pitch as Rain Redden will check into the ball game and move over to shortstop. So as Ryan Henry warms up on the mound, Ryan Henry now on the mound for the Cowboys as he comes in on relief for Dalen Gonzalez. He'll have runners on first and second with one out here in the top of the fifth. And he'll face Hernandez first for the Benavides Eagles.
Pitching change for the Cowboys. Hendry, number 4, is now pitching and entering the ball game. Number 16, Redden.
As the wind is picking up once again. Nice breeze here at Three Rivers. So runners on first and second for the Eagles. Hernandez at the plate. Ryan Henry on the mound now for the Cowboys. The pitch. First pitch is popped up. And Tapia is going to get right under it and make the catch for out number 2. So one pitch and an out for Henry. So 2 outs here. Runners still on first and second. Henry with the pitch. Outside for ball 1. The pitch from Henry. Strike 1. So 1 ball, 1 strike on the batter. And strike number 2. So 1 ball, 2 strikes with 2 outs here. Henry with the pitch. It's going to be high. And a runner's at third. The runner at third is going to be safe. As both runners were going and hesitant. So the count is now 2 balls, 2 strikes with 2 outs here in the top of the 5th. Henry with the pitch. Swing and a miss for strike 3. As we head to the bottom of the 5th, Cowboys lead 4-0. You're watching Dennis Cowboy Baseball.
5th inning stretch.
Leading off the inning for the Cowboys is the senior third baseman, number 13, Thomas Beard.
Bottom of the fifth brings up number 13, Beard.
And it's going to be ball one on Beard. First pitch was just a little bit high. Ball two. 2 balls and no strikes on Thomas Beard. Wind up in the pitch in the dirt for ball 3. Three balls and no strikes. Wind up and the pitch. Ball 4, so Thomas Beard will make his way towards first base as he draws a walk and brings up the pitcher, number 4, Ryan Henry. And the first pitch is a called strike down the middle. And the second pitch is in the dirt. 1 ball, 1 strike. Beard on first for the Cowboys. Thomas with a big lead on first. The pitch. And Henry pops it up in the infield. And looks like the shortstop's going to make the catch for out number 1 here.
Fly out brings number 3, Tapia.
So Eusebio Tapia now coming up for the Cowboys. Second baseman Eusebio Tapia at the plate. Thomas Beard on first with 1 out here. The pitch, and Beard's going. And it's going to slide in safely. Thomas Beard with the steal. So 1 ball, no strikes on Tapia. The pitch, ball 2. Two balls and no strikes. And ball number 3 in the dirt. So Tapia ahead here. 3 balls and no strikes with 1 out. The pitch. Called strike. 3 balls and 1 strike on Tapia. Beard standing on second. The pitch to Tapia is a ball 4, so he's going to draw a walk. So runners now first and second for the Cowboys. And he's going to bring up number 5, J.J. Garcia.
Brings up designated hitter number 5.
And once again, Benavides head coach is going to come out, talk to his pitcher. And now that the conference is over, Thomas Beard on second, Eusebio Tapia on first, and the designated player J.J. Garcia at the plate for the Cowboys. With 1 out here. In the bottom of the 5th, Cowboys with the 4-0 advantage as of right now. The pitch, ball high. 1 ball, no strikes on Garcia. Strike one. 1 ball, 1 strike on Garcia with 1 out here. The pitch, and Garcia hits it, and it looks like it's gonna drop in between the left and center fielder. So the bases are now loaded for center fielder Dante Diaz. As Beard is on third, Tapia on second, Garcia on first.
Bases loaded brings up number 12, center fielder, Diaz.
Big opportunity here for the Cowboys to bring in some runs. The pitch, low, so ball 1. 1 ball, no strikes on Diaz. Diaz swings, fielded by the pitcher, play at the plate, and they're going to call him out. So out at home, as it's a force out. Runners, bases are still loaded for the Cowboys as it brings up A.J. Bridges to the plate. The pitch to Bridges is a ball high. 1 ball, no strikes. Ball 2, 2-0 on Bridges. Two balls, no strikes for Bridges with the bases loaded and 2 outs. And strike 1. The pitch to Bridges is inside. So 3 balls and 1 strike on A.J. Bridges. It's going to be ball 4, so Bridges will make his way toward first. And another run will come in for the Cowboys as Tapia touches home plate. And we're back at the top of the lineup with the left fielder, Luke Langfield. So the Cowboys lead 5-0 with the bases loaded for Luke Langfield, junior left fielder. The pitch, and Langfield swings, and it's going to go out of play, so foul ball. So no balls and 1 strike. And high and inside, so ball 1. 1 ball, 1 strike on Langfield. With the bases loaded here. Pitch. Ball 2. 2 balls, 1 strike. And Langfield swings and hit out of play. So the count is now 2 balls, 2 strikes, 2 outs here in the bottom of the 5th. Cowboys with the 5-0 advantage over the Benavides Eagles. The pitch, and Langfield swings, chops it, and fielded by the pitcher. Play at the plate, and Garcia beats the force out, and they're gonna call him safe. 6-0 to Hennis. The coach from Benavides is not too happy about the call. Brings up the right fielder, number 22, Leighton Herman.
Right fielder Herman.
So once again, the bases are still loaded for Leighton Herman with 2 outs. And the umpire gives the head coach a warning. So bases loaded for Leighton Herman. The pitch outside for ball 1. And Herman with the shot to left field, but it's going to go out of play. So foul ball, 1 ball, 1 strike. So 1 ball, 1 strike, 2 outs. Leighton Herman with bases loaded. The pitch. Herman chops it to the pitcher. And once again, play at the plate. And this time, they call the out as a force out. So we head to the top of the 6th with the Cowboys leading 6-0. You're watching Dennis Cowboy Baseball. So Ryan Henry on the mound for the Cowboys as he get ready to start the top of the 6th.
Number 11, RJ.
So R.J. Salinas batting for the Eagles. Henry with the pitch. Strike 1. Second pitch is outside, so 1-1 on Salinas. Umpires having discussion, not sure with the coach or the fans. Another warning issued to Benavides. Not sure what the holdup is here. So 1 ball, 1 strike. Ryan Henry on the mound for the Cowboys. Salinas at the plate for the Eagles. The pitch. Salinas swings and foul. So 1 ball, 2 strikes. One ball, 2 strikes on Salinas. The pitch from Henry is outside, so 2-2. And a beautiful breaking ball by Henry, but misses. So the count is now full. 3 balls and 2 strikes on Salinas. A swing to miss for strike 3 and out number 1. So Ryan Henry strikes out Salinas.
Center fielder, number 3, Sergio Benavides.
So Sergio Benavente up next to bat for the Eagles. The pitch, ball 1. The pitch from Henry as he squares around to bunt, but instead it hits his helmet. So head coach Todd Kraft's going to discuss that with the umpire. So they're going to say it hit the helmet, and he's going to take his base at first base. So runner on first base for the Eagles. Henry pitching for the stretch, and he's going to make his way towards second, but fouled, back. So Pena fouls off the pitch, so no balls and 1 strike on Pena, Ruben Pena. The runner on first for the Eagles. Ryan Henry pitching from the stretch, checks the runner, and safe at first. Henry with the pitch, runners going. Reyes fires it to second, and the ball heads into the outfield as Eusebio Tapia with the great backup. So no balls and 2 strikes on the batter. The pitch, called strike 3. So 2 outs. And up next for the Eagles, number 10, Elizondo. So pinch hitter Elizondo coming in for the Eagles. The pitch, and Henry fires a strike. No balls, 1 strike on Elizondo. Henry checking the runner, sends the pitch and foul. So no balls and 2 strikes. So 0-2 count, runners going, swing and miss for strike 3. As we head to the bottom of the 6th, Cowboys with the 6-0 lead. You're watching the Hennis Cowboy Baseball. So Vieira is now on the mound for the Eagles. And leading off the inning for the Cowboys is the catcher, number 14, Ethan Reyes. So Damian Vieira on the mound for the Benavides Eagles. The pitch, ball high, 1-0 on Reyes. Pitch low and inside, ball 2. 2 balls, no strikes on Reyes. And ball 3 on the turf. So 3 balls and no strikes. Wind up in the pitch from Vieira. Called strike 1. So 3 balls and 1 strike. Ethan Reyes at the plate for the Cowboys. Ball 4, so Reyes draws the walk, makes his way towards first base, and it'll bring up the third baseman, number 13, Thomas Beard. And number 1, Marcus Hernandez will come in and courtesy run for Reyes at first base. Senior third baseman Thomas Beard at the plate for the Cowboys. The pitch, called strike 1. Hernandez gets back in time as he was nearly picked off by Vieira. So no balls and 1 strike on Beard. Hernandez on first. Vieira delivers a pitch and Thomas swings, chops it, and it's going to go foul. So no balls and 2 strikes. Vieira steps off the mound and then resets. Now he pitches from the stretch. Hernandez on first. Vieira sends the pitch, and it's going to be ball. And Hernandez is going to go ahead and try to steal second, and he is, as he stands up safely. So Marcus Hernandez standing on second base. Thomas Beard with a 1 ball and 2 strike count on him with no outs. 6-0 Cowboys. Vieira with the pitch, and it's going to hit Beard, so Beard's going to make his way towards first base. So runners now on first and second for the Cowboys. Brings up the pitcher, number 4, Ryan Henry.
Brings up number 4, Henry.
So Cowboys with runners on first and second. Hernandez on second, Beard on first, Ryan Henry at the plate. Vieira delivers a pitch. Henry sends a shot to third base, and it's going to go foul. So no balls and 1 strike on the pitcher, Ryan Henry, who started off the game at shortstop, moved over to pitcher to relieve Dalen Gonzalez, who did an excellent job. So no balls, 1 strike. Vieira pitching from the stretch. The pitch. Henry swings and sends a shot to center field. And the center fielder is going to, oh, he misjudged it. Hernandez going to hit the third. Thomas Beard is safe on second. So the Cowboys will have bases loaded for the second baseman, Eusebio Tapia. It appeared as the center fielder had judged the ball very well, but I think the wind must have carried it away. And it pops out of his glove. So bases loaded for Eusebio Tapia with Hernandez on third, Beard on second, and Henry on first. The pitch, ball one. 1 ball, no strikes on Tapia. Tapia sends a shot to center field. Center fielder going back and then moving forward, and this time he catches it as Marcus Hernandez will tag from third and come in to score.
Scoring number 1, Hernandez.
So 1 out. And coming up to bat,
The sacrifice
number 5,
brings up number 5,
JJ Garcia.
designated hitter Garcia.
So Beard on second, Henry on first, Garcia at the plate. And now there's substitution of the outfielders. They're rotating them. Cowboys lead 7-0. Viera delivers a pitch for a called strike 1. Strike 2, so no balls and 2 strikes on Garcia. No balls, 2 strikes. No balls, 2 strikes. Viera delivers a pitch. Delivers a pitch. And outside. So 1 ball, 2 strikes on Garcia. With Beard on second, Henry on first, and 1 out. The pitch, and Garcia hits it. And great stop by the shortstop, but no play at any base. So the bases are loaded once again for the Cowboys. And coming into the ball game is number 17, Will Shavi, to pinch hit. So Will Shavi at the plate for the Cowboys. Bases loaded with 1 out. Dehanis with a 7-0 lead here. First pitch is outside for ball 1. The pitch from Viera. Low. 2 balls, no strikes on Shavi. Freshman number 17, Will Shavi, at the plate for the Cowboys with the bases loaded. Beard on third, Henry on second, Garcia on first. Viera on the mound for the Eagles. Sends the pitch. And ball 3 as the ball gets by the catcher and runners stay home. So the count is now 3 balls and no strikes on Will Shavi. The pitch, ball 4. So Beer's going to go ahead and come in and score, as the bases will remain loaded. As Will Shavi makes his way to first, so Henry moves over to third, Garcia to second, Will Shavi to first, and AJ Bridge is coming up. And it appears we're going to have another conference on the mound with Benavides. Cowboys with an 8-0 lead here. In the bottom of the 6th. And the conference is over. AJ Bridges at the plate for the Cowboys. The base is loaded. Vieira on the mound for the Eagles delivers the pitch, and Bridges swings and fouls it out of play. No balls, one strike on A.J. Bridges, first baseman for the Cowboys. Vieira, the pitch, and the dirt for ball one. One ball, one strike, one out. Cowboys lead 8-0. The pitch, ball high, so 2 balls and 1 strike on Bridges. The pitch, and Bridges once again fouls it out of play. Count is now 2 balls and 2 strikes. On deck is Luke Langfield. A.J. Bridges. 2-2 count, and gets by the catcher. Count is now full. 3 balls and 2 strikes on Bridges. Three-two pitch from Vieira, and Bridges fouls it off. Count remains full. 3 balls and 2 strikes. Bases loaded. Henry on third, Garcia on second, Will Chavy on first. The pitch, ball high, so Bridges will take his base, and Ryan Henry will come in to score. So the Cowboys now lead 9-0. Brings up the left fielder, number 28, Luke Langfield, with the bases loaded.
Number 28, Langfield.
The pitch, and Langfield sends a shot up the middle to bring in J.J. Garcia, and that will be the ball game. As the Dennis Cowboys win over Benavides 10-0 and advance to the next round as they will face Canepa. When we find out all the information, we'll post it. We'll let you know the dates and times. So congratulations to the Dennis Cowboys and Cowgirls on winning their series over Benavides today. So till next time, good night and God bless.